All right, so we've done graphs to slope-intercept form, we've done slope formula, we've done y-intercept, here it is. Okay, slope formula, right here, the change in the y's over the change in the x's, okay? Y-intercept, it's where the line crosses our y-axis, and then slope-intercept form right here, where y equals mx plus b, m is your slope, b is your y-intercept. Just a quick rundown of what we've been talking about. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to take these tables, and we're going to take these graphs, and we're going to create our slope-intercept form, our y equals mx plus b. That's what we're looking at this point. Now, we've already done graphs a little bit, okay? But what we're going to do is with that graph, we're going to create a table, and then we're going to create our equation, our rule. Okay? And they call them, sometimes they call it the rule, sometimes they call it the equation. Just depends on which question you're looking at, who wrote the question, whatever. Okay? So here, we have a table. When we look at this table, there's certain things we should be able to look at. We should be able to identify right off the bat just by looking at this. First off, we should look and see this is our y-intercept. We should know that right off the bat because whenever you have x is 0 and you have a y, that is your y-intercept. Now here, this is our x-intercept because the y portion is 0. So that tells us two things. But really, if we have our y-intercept and then we have 2 points, we can write our slope-intercept form without any problems. We can do that. The moment we have those two things, we're good. We're off and running. Okay, so the first thing we know, y equals x plus -3. I know that the b right here is the y-intercept. And I know it's -3 because right here it's 0, -3 is my y-intercept. That makes it easy. So the first part of this is really simple. We just have to recognize it. Okay, that tells me this is where we're starting. Here we go. Now I need to use my slope formula. Well, I have 1 point. Actually, I got 3 points right there. But the one I'm going to use for sure is my y-intercept. The other one I'm going to use is my x-intercept. It makes getting my slope extremely easy. If they give you both the y-intercept and the x-intercept, use those two. They're easy. Okay, plug them into here. The hard part's plugging them in correctly. So I have 0, -3, and 1, 0. The moment I place the first one, everything else falls into line. -3, underneath that -3 is the x that goes with it, 0. Minus, minus, because that's our formula. And now I'm going to use the other point, 0, 1. Well, -3 minus 0 gets me -3. 0 minus 1 gets me -1. Now look here. And I like that they did this because now you get to see this. A negative divided by a negative gets me a positive. So I can eliminate both of those. I'm going to have a positive slope right there. Okay, so my slope is 3 over 1 or 3. Y equals 3x plus -3. That's all there is to this. We're taking that t chart, that t table, the t graph, and we're taking the points off it, the ordered pairs, and we're substituting it into the slope formula in order to find our slope-intercept form. Now they're probably going to give you the y-intercept on there, but it's up to you to recognize which one of them it is. Okay? At this level, that's probably what they're going to do. So here we got to plug this in. Y equals 3x minus 3 or plus -3, same thing, both should work. And there we go. Now we have a graph. Now look here, they give us the graph, and then right here, let's close that up. They give us the graph, and right here they say, fill in the table based on the graph shown above. So here we have the graph of the line, and they want us to fill this in. Well, if that x is 0, they want the y-intercept. Okay? And then down here they say, write an equation for y that describes the graph and table. Well, that's your slope-intercept form. That's what they're asking for. So here, fill in the table based on the graph shown below, or above, sorry. X is 0 through the 8. So 8 goes there. Then they got 2. So they're giving you the 2 points they want you to use. They're just telling you these are the x coordinates of that, you need the y coordinates of it. Okay, so y2, or sorry, x2, 1, 2, go up until I hit the line. There we go. Now I need to look at this. 8, 9, 10, that's 9. So that's a 9. Plug that in. There we go. Now we're going to use this in order to write our equation. Write our equation of our line. So we're going to take that and we're going to fill it in. Just like what we just did. It's the exact same thing we've been doing. Okay, we're getting a lot of practice on this because we're going to be using this a lot. All right, so we know our y-intercept. Y equals x plus 8. So that is the first part of our line. But now we need to use our slope formula to find our slope. Well, 8. When I put the 8 there, the x of it goes there. Minus, minus. Y is 9 here. 2 is here. And well, 8 minus 9, negative 1. 0 minus 2, negative 2. Negative over a negative gets me a positive, so I have 1/2, 1/2. Y equals 1/2 x plus 8. There we go. Guys, there's not a lot to this that you haven't already done. Okay, you've already done most of this. Y equals 1/2 x plus 8. You've already done almost all of this at one point or another, and now we're pulling it all back together on how to use it as a whole, okay? T-chart, recognize 0, negative 3, 1, negative 5. I can use this point and this point right here, but I already know that it goes through 0, negative 3. Negative 3 is my B. That's my y-intercept, okay? So, but it's all the same. It's all the same. Take the 2 points, put them into your slope formula, set them up into this, and you're off and going. If you need help on this, at this point, you need to be contacting me and getting help and saying, how do I go about this? Okay? So if you're online, let me know if you're stuck. I don't want you to be stuck.